sometimes stuff comes up on my mind, and so I thought I'd share with you a few things that are on my mind. First of all, we're starting the final third of the year. Are you ready for that? Big deal. Let's go. Okay. Just want to remind you, this is a fairly normal market. It has its quirks. Every market does. Most of the time, if you look in the mirror, you'll see the quirks. All right. We need to pay, this is your broker speaking. We need to pay even more attention to and the details of our paperwork. We've had some issues. We're fighting a couple right now, and it's just because we didn't keep up with our timelines. Man, the devil's in the details. Don't miss it. Don't miss deadlines. No comment. Yeah, we do have we have some great transaction coordinators in the office. TC missed one on this one. It was not Brittany, but the TC missed one on this one that we're fighting on right now. Anyway, number 4, this is a big deal. We do get to practice patience with cooperating agents. Have you ever done a deal with an agent on the other side where you're doing their job too? Yeah.
Of course.
And if you're not raising your hand, you haven't done enough deals. All right. Yeah. Colby, you're not one of those guys. But anyway, just be patient out there. It's really funny. When there are fewer transactions happening, people get crazy. Okay. This business would be super easy. I've said it a million times. This business would be super easy if we didn't have to deal with people. But we do. So we get to double down on lead generation and double down on the basics. I know you've never heard this before, but this is an opportunity as we increase our skills to gain market share so that when the market goes crazy again, even if you had 0.5%, what's that 0.5% going to look like when the numbers of transactions go up? So double down and get better. And then the last one, this is your broker speaking. Dang it, have fun out there. If you're not having fun, you're doing it wrong. Is that okay? Man, you should be as excited as your clients, not because you're getting a commission, but because you're helping somebody out and doing that. So anyway, that's all I have for today. Shoni.
Awesome. Thanks, Dean.
Sweet. Well, how many of you have been coming to the AI masterminds on Zoom once a month? 3 of you. Perfect.
I've been to one of them.
For those who have, here's the reality. We've talked about it so many times. Some of you came to the AI Summit earlier this year, and the common kind of feedback that we got at that time was that it's a lot to take in, right? We go through 8 to 10 different tools, and these monthly sessions are meant to be deeper context, right? So how can we go and just talk about AI with marketing, or how to use it to be more efficient with your business systems? This was the last session. And I want to actually just get some feedback while we're waiting for Scott to join us with 2 things. One, what have been some of the ahas that you've had as we've gone through these sessions, specifically on the context and conversation of AI? But then also the second piece is I want to get we're building out Q4, what the training plan is going to be. So I'd love some insight. What do you guys want to learn when it comes to how to use AI better in your workflows and in your business to buy back your time, earn more income? So let's just start with those 2 things. What have you learned so far? And then what do you want to learn in Q4?
Learn how to use Otter during showings.
Using Otter AI. How many of you have added that to your toolkit? Otter. It's a great one. Mike. Thanks, Andrew.
I graduated BC right before computers, and about 1980, and ended up, PCs just kind of took over at that time. They got so much simpler in the 90s when they finally came out with Windows, because they started doing everything uniform. Before that, you had to know how to close and open a file differently in every single software that you used here. And this brought some uniformity to it. the big jump I see with AI is that it's making it even easier. Most of these guys that talk about this say that, programming, don't go get your programming degree anymore because AI is doing that for you. And the programming language for the future is English. So if you know how to put a prompt in, and they have this whole thing called prompt engineering to teach you how to do that. If you put in the right prompt here, you can get things so much easier here. I mean, might take me 30 minutes to go search something on Google, I can ask for it and it now goes and starts searching it for me and pulling it right up. So it's just really increasing someone's time. And when you talk about leveraging yourself, I mean, we may get to the point where we don't need to build teams anymore. We just have AI programs that we're using.
Yeah, I think something that's so important to realize is like the key to using AI is to figure out how to ask better questions, right? So it's one, getting curious about like, I'm talking first internally, what questions do I need to ask about my business? What are the gaps? What are some of the, processes that I need to tighten up? Like, where can I actually leverage this that's going to be useful, right? So that's the first part. And then actually figuring out what prompts or questions to ask AI specifically. Now, that all comes down to just what we call LLMs, large language models. So that's one frame of AI, right? But there's a lot of different tools out there that have a different workflow or benefit. So being aware of those tools is also equally important. What else? Terry. Yes, the Canva one.
And I felt like I couldn't keep up. It was going so fast and going through so much information. So
Is this with Kimber and
Kimber, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. And I just wonder if there's like AI for dummies or like Canva for dummies that we could break it down and go a lot slower on teaching that content, because that would really help me, because I'm kind of in that same boat of graduating in 1980 from high school.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's right. Exactly. So
Yeah, great point. So how many of you heard of this platform called YouTube? A few of you? Okay. Yeah, this is also new. My key recommendation is most all of these organizations that are rolling out AI, tools and or features, I should say, integrating them into their existing tools, they're putting them in short form videos on YouTube. And so for example, with Canva, for sure, they're great at this, where they will, perfect. Hey, Scott, we'll bring you on in just a sec. But when they have a new release that is AI enhanced, they will do a pretty dang good demo of those tools. Now, be aware, we are doing these on a monthly basis that is more like real estate specific, right? So the other part of that is going back and watching our recordings and just either literally slowing them down, right? So putting them on 0.75 speed, or saying, I'm going to pause and go play with this while like what I just saw, right? So that's the second layer of it, is if you want it to be context specific and it's focused on real estate, that would be my recommendation, is join those classes, but also watch the recaps and kind of go step by step, but then also go chew those kind of bite-size videos that they create. It can be very helpful. Okay, before we bring Scott on, last question. What do you want to learn in Q4 as we prepare this lineup? So if you can wave a magic wand and say, this is what I want to know with AI, what would you put on that roadmap?
Yeah.
This is your one chance. Amy.
I loved your class end of August about systems. I mean, you talked so much about how we can use AI to like take all that pressure off of our brain and like put it over there. My brain is like feeling it, and I would love to do that. My goal is to have more time to work. Let's see, in the business I'm doing, but I want to work on the business and work on my systems so that when I get more transactions and more clients, I can handle that. Right now, I'm pretty happy with what I've got, but I can't imagine doubling that, and I would love to. So, systems is something that is a goal I have.
Cool. So digging into more business systems.
Yeah.
Great. Rob?
It's so much easier to create ads and stuff like that now. But most people have this idea that, oh, I need a picture, I need a headline, and I need to, send it out and pay for the thing. They don't always understand the psychology behind the advertising and what's the appeal and what are you really offering people. And I think if we can kind of focus in on how to motivate people with the ads, what are the ones they respond to, and starting to think in that way, I think our ads will get a lot better and our leads are going to go up.
Cool. Yeah, that will actually be a topic. The last team meeting of this month, it's called Endless Customers, Endless Clients. Remember what it was named? Okay. We followed somebody else's name, but it was a really creative name and I forgot it. So I think it's like Endless Customers or something like that. But it's going to talk about this new approach to marketing, which is no longer just about SEO, right? So search engine optimization has been a big thing for the last 20 years, right? But now there's a new approach where you actually have to start thinking about how are you programming AI to throw your name in the ring when somebody says, who's the best real estate agent I should reach out to in this county, right? So we will be talking about that the last Tuesday of this month and getting a little bit more into the weeds of how do you actually make sure that your marketing profile, your presence online is actually optimized for AI to throw you up in the search ranking. Scott, I'm excited to have you on. For those who do not know, Scott Leroy, we brought him on, I don't know, maybe 6 or 8 months ago. His team behind the scenes is actually a powerhouse for you. And I want to say that you're probably not using his services and his resources enough. They have a full suite of marketing services. The Market Center, our office pays this for you. So you have free access to this. And I want to make sure that you guys are fully aware of what they offer, how they can help you to market better in your business. But also, Scott's going to go through and just kind of give us a little overview of some of the cool things coming down the pipeline on Thursday with the new Canva partnership that KW has created. So, Scott, I'll let you introduce yourself and take it away.
Awesome. Thank you so much for having me on here today. I really appreciate it. That was a fantastic introduction on there. So thank you. So I'm much like you're saying, my name is Scott Leroy. I run what I call the lamest named company of all time, Scott Leroy Marketing. And a lot of fun stuff is actually about to happen very, very soon on here. And I just sent over a request. Oh, perfect. All right. Thank you. That was fastest I've ever seen to get that updated. So thank you. So first and foremost, a lot of fun stuff is happening this Thursday. And just a reminder, today is Tuesday. I keep having to remind myself of that because I keep thinking it's Monday on here. All right, but this is going to be coming up on here. It says that I'm screen sharing, but I don't see the screen on there quite yet. Let me try this one more time to make sure the screen pops up for y'all. So let's do this again on here. All right, let me know. Is that screen coming up for y'all by any chance? All right, there we go. I think that'll do it this time. Perfect. I did it. All right, thank you. Yeah, so coming up on this Thursday, so in 2 days from now, you will now have access to your own Canva account through the Canva Enterprise. So basically, if you've been utilizing a pro account before or anything of that sort, this is going to be very similar in this case to be able to take advantage of all the additional Canva tools that will now be available for you. So before I kind of jump into that, I do just want to do a quick overview of who we are, how you can reach out to us, everything that's accessible on here. So first and foremost, when you're on the scottleroymarketing.com website, just make sure that you sign in with 759. That's going to give you access to the back end of our account, and everything that is available for you will be under the agent resources section. So under this agent resources section on here is where you can access pretty much anything and everything. And once you hover over this, the first thing you're going to see is our questionnaire section. So you may recall filling that out previously, just to kind of get everything up and running for you on all the different KW technology. But we also have what we call our tech refresh option. This is a great opportunity on here for you to be able to go through and basically say, if I was a new agent starting again today on September 2nd, what does that look like for me to get everything up and running on here right away? So I love highlighting this because it's a great opportunity on here for you to just kind of have a full, I always call it a yearly check-in with the doctor, basically, to make sure that everything is running smoothly on here to help out. All right, so that's all accessible on here. But then beyond that, we also have live training classes that are happening every Monday through Friday, right at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. So if you want to hop on here, we've got one that's going on right now. So it is being recorded, though. So if you do want to come back and rewatch it, you're definitely more than welcome to. All right, but we got a live webinar that's happening on here immediately. So you can see those every Monday through Friday, right at 11 a.m. Mountain Time. If you want to view what training classes are coming up, we have it under our training calendar on here. So you can view all those courses. Or if you want to come back and rewatch any of these, they're all available 24/7 under our recorded training classes section. All alphabetically organized, but then chronologically organized, so you can access the most recent class immediately on here. So I just want to give you a heads up on that. Here's all the additional opportunities that are available to help with that training. And speaking of training, one thing I did want to highlight for y'all is that starting this Friday and then next Monday through Friday every day. So it's going to be on this Friday, the 5th, and then also next week from the 8th to the 12th, right at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, we'll be having training classes under this live webinar link all about Canva, how you can access your Canva account, where everything's located, how you can take advantage of all of our different tools. So this is going to be a massive overview of the new Canva platform once it's officially live. So once again, those classes will be recorded and accessible on here, but if you do want to come to the live class and interact with us, please feel free. So that's going to be starting this Friday at 1 p.m. Mountain Time, going into the next week from Monday through Friday as well, too. Now, one of the biggest things you'll also have access to is our agent support section on here. So the agent support option, and let me just realize I was logged into someone else. Let me log out on here and log back into y'all real quick. All right, under that support section, these are all free items that we can do for you to help out. All right, so whether you want to take a look at some of our top rated items, like helping to import contacts, reaching out to your contacts to get updated contact information, heck, even going through on the marketing side and saying you want us to send out a monthly newsletter smart plan. We actually have one that'll come out every month, and it just launched yesterday, that we can get out in front of your contacts to keep you as the real estate agent of choice to utilize. All right, we also have all of our templates on here I'll talk about in a second. We can help with smart plans. We can help to just get everything started for you. So if you haven't really been utilizing Command quite yet, that's okay. All right, we can help to make sure that you're taking advantage of everything. We also have an entire section just around rebranding. So if you are going through a rebrand, whether you're leaving a team, joining a team, just rebranding on your own, we can help with that. And then beyond that, we also have all this website support for you as well, too. So if you want to go through and say, you know, hey, I've got my website, but I haven't really updated anything on here quite yet, I want to kind of take it to the next level, we can help with that immediately, make your life that much easier. So all these items are free for you to take advantage of. All you'll have to do is click on whatever it is you may be wanting, and then that'll give you a short form that you can fill out so we can get everything started on here immediately. All right, so it'll all be accessible for you to take advantage of this right away. And of course, at the bottom of every page is our contact info. So if you just want to reach out to us with any issues, questions, concerns that you may have, we can help out with that immediately on here. So don't worry about that. We can get that going for you right away. All right. Now, the final thing I wanted to highlight on here, though, is all around that marketing support section. So with Canva coming out this Thursday, just a heads up, if you go to canva.kw.com right now, it will forward you over to thrive.kw.com where you can view all about Canva. But as of Thursday, canva.kw.com should take you to log in, and that'll give you access to your Canva account. All right, and you'll also have access to get into this directly through Command. So that's how you're going to be able to log into your Canva account moving forward, is you'll want to go through Command on here directly. So information on how to sign in should be coming out shortly. It said it was set to come out today, so still on the lookout for that officially to see if anything will launch for y'all to see all the information you get prepped for Thursday on here. All right, but if you do want to just view a little bit more about what's coming out, canva.kw.com is a fantastic place to access that. Right. But beyond that, we also happen to have all of our additional marketing support. So we have our agent concierge that I'm on right now. If you did not know this, you also have access to Gemini Pro. So if you go over to gemini.google.com, you can access Gemini Pro immediately through your kw.com email. And if you don't know the best ways to utilize anything on Gemini or anything of that sort, well, please feel free to take a look at all these prompts that we have on here. We have about 200 prompts that are accessible for you to get those creative juices flowing right away. All right, and then of course, every month we also have a newsletter that we can send out for you, along with where we can put that newsletter as a blog on your site. And then of course, all of our templates. Now, the templates that we have on here right now, as of today, are just the free Canva templates, and this is going to get updated as of this coming week. So I just want to give you a heads up. We're about to launch all of our new adjusted templates on here instead. So that way you can have access to the pro ones too. So we're gonna have our first phase of new templates coming out. But if you just have a regular Canva account currently, you can still access all of our templates on here. And what this will look like once everything launches on the 4th is under our templates section, you'll still be able to click on certain things like listing social posts. And then from here, it's then going to give you the different opportunities you can use, whether you want coming soon, just listed, open house, whatever it may be. And once you select this, now it'll allow you to view the template and copy that immediately. So this will all be accessible for you to be able to utilize inside your editor right away. All right, now once the new Canva accounts are live though, we'll be launching a bunch of additional templates for y'all to be able to utilize. So in this case on here, we have some newer ones, just kind of like KW Modern is what we're calling them. So we're gonna have some new flyer options that'll be accessible for you to use in excess of what's gonna be available over on all the templates that'll be obviously available through your new Canva account through KW. So we're gonna have a bunch of additional pieces that'll get created on here consistently just to help y'all out with some other items, whether it's gonna be on the listing side, whether it's gonna be around just specific business basic items that you may need, like email signatures, business cards, Zoom backgrounds. And then of course, additional items on the digital side, whether it's on social pieces on here to help out, or of course, even beyond that over on the print side for other postcards, other brochures to make your life a little bit easier on here. So be on the lookout for a bunch of additional templates that we'll be launching very soon for y'all to be able to help or take advantage of. So these will all be accessible for you to use. And then of course, once again, we also happen to have our agent concierge section. So even if you're going through and you're saying, this is fantastic, we're about to have Canva, this is going to be accessible for us, but I really just need someone to be able to help me do this. All right, well, then you can actually reach out to us on here. We can help to go through and complete everything possible. So you can actually say, hey, I have a listing, I need some pieces created. Well, great. Once you go through here and actually go under our agent concierge section, so under marketing support, agent concierge, where this will be available, you can then actually say, you know, hey, I've submitted this before, this is my first time doing this. So that way we'll know how to help you out even further. All right, and then once you put inside your information, so I'm with Office 759, for instance, you know, then it'll say, you know, are you submitting this form for yourself or on behalf of someone else? So, hey, I'm submitting this for myself on here. Here's my first and last name, for instance. And then maybe do you want to view the most popular pieces or all available designs? So this will allow you to choose all the pieces that we currently have available for y'all to use and how you can go through and request them from us. So maybe I just need a social post created today. Great. And then looking at all these pieces, maybe I just want social post 16 made, for instance. All right. So once this is completed and you've sent over your property information, we're then going to be able to go through, find this listing from the MLS, find it directly from GSKW.com, put inside whatever your listing status may be, and then send this back and include obviously whatever your email address may be on here as well too to highlight. And then we'll get this back over to you to take advantage of this right away. All right, so then if you have any additional comments, we can get that going immediately. But once this is submitted to us within 1 to 2 business days, we always shoot for that next business day, if not the same business day turnaround, we're going to get this piece back over to you with all of your information on it, all the listing info, all your office info, anything and everything that you'll need in order for this to stand out and to be accessible for you to use. So I just wanted to give you a heads up on here. This will be available just to be able to take advantage of this right away. And then we'll also include step-by-step directions on how you can take this piece, post it out as a social piece, you know, obviously through command on the back end of campaigns, or how you can actually convert this into a smart plan and email that out as well too. Now, the best part is everything that I've just been talking about on here under that agent resources section is all included for y'all to utilize for free. So whether it's getting help with, you know, your command account to ensure that you have everything fully up and running as someone would 9/2/2025, or how we can actually go through and say, hey, here are all of our live training classes, here are recorded training classes, here's all of our agent support, here's all of our additional marketing support. And then, of course, for all the new items that are coming out on Canva, we'll be launching a plethora of new options. And then you'll also have access to, obviously, all the additional KW tools accessible as well. So on Thursday, the new Canva accounts are going to be coming out. You'll be able to access it from your command platform to be able to sign in. And it'll have all the different KW templates available for you, along with some additional items. And then you'll also have an app on there that is a KW app. And that way you'll be able to actually find all listing information so you can drag and drop that over to your new templates as well too. All right, but it's going to be a fantastic new item that'll be launched for y'all. And I'm excited to launch some of our additional templates on here. But of course, beyond that, we obviously have all of our services that are available for free for y'all. So think of us as an extra tech staff member in the office to make your life that much easier. And of course, if you ever have any issues, questions, or concerns, or need anything, please feel free to reach out to us at any time. That is what we're here for, to make your life that much simpler.
Awesome. Thank you, Scott. Just really quick, gonna check in. Does anybody have any questions? Yes, Terry. So let us actually get you the mic. That way Scott can hear as well. Scott, you may or may not know some of these answers, and if we don't know them, we'll take note and we'll find them. So,
Okay, no worries.
So if you currently have a Canva Pro Agent account, will that account be merged into the KW account? Or
Yeah.
will we lose everything that we've created so far?
Great question. So the account that you currently have is going to be completely separate from the new one that KW is going to have. So there are steps and directions on if you do want to, cancel the current pro account that you have with Canva in order to kind of save the $20 each month. There'll be steps on how you can actually move everything over. So you will have to kind of migrate everything. Or what I've been telling agents is if you're utilizing that account and you're doing it for not only real estate, but maybe some stuff external or real estate. Maybe you have, another business, items you're helping out with the school or around the community, whatever it might be. Sometimes it might be nice just to have that other Canva account still open in case you want to keep, the real estate side separate from this one. But if you go to, let me pull this up real quick on here. So it's under answers.kw.com. And if you search for Canva on here, and I'll put this over inside the chat section in case you'll want to grab this as well too. This came out right before Mega Camp, so I kind of had a little hope on here that Canva was going to launch a little bit earlier than the 4th, but I'll take the 4th anyway. But there is an option on here of how you can get a refund for it, and then on top of it, how you can actually move this over. So there is a way that you can copy designs over from your current Canva account to the new KW ones. That way you can close out the old account if you'd like to.
and I think it's probably wise as well. Even when you downgrade the Canva account, you can still keep all your assets there. They just don't allow you to use some of the pro images and features that come in that upgraded plan, but you can still leave your assets in there. So I wouldn't officially truly close out the account. I would just downgrade it to a free account after merging your files over. Great question.
Yeah.
Any other questions? Jordana?
So is that even if it's under the same email, like Jordana Proctor, KW.com is my KW email?
Good question. So if they are already using Canva Pro on their KW email.
Yeah, so they haven't made an announcement quite yet as to what the account or how you're actually going to be able to sign in. It looks like it's just going to be through command directly and there'll be a single sign on, but it doesn't have on here what the login may be on it. From what I potentially saw, it looks like it may just be your command login and password to sign in and then get access to it. But I'm hopeful. They said they're going to send out the official details today on how to sign in. All they've said so far is that there's going to be a link directly from command to access it, but they haven't given any other information outside of that. So fingers crossed it still comes out today from their initial timeline of when they said all the information is going to be launching.
Okay, awesome. Time for one more if needed. Great, Scott, thank you so much. We appreciate you for joining us today.
Of course, yeah, looking forward to this. And if y'all need any help on this, just remember this Friday and then also next week, Monday through Friday, every day at 1 o'clock Mountain Time, slmwebinar.com. We'll be having those Canva classes. So if you want to jump on there to learn a little bit more, please feel free.
Great, thank you.
Of course.
Andrew, can you see if our training calendar is linked to this Google Chrome? Just want to go to the internet. Just for clarity, was that 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time or Eastern?
Yeah, 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock Mountain Standard Time.
1 Mountain.
1 o'clock is the Canva. The 11 a.m. that he was talking about is the normal
trainings
that they have on a regular basis. And that's Monday to Friday, right, Scott?
every day.
Correct. Yeah, Monday through Friday at 11 o'clock. And then this Friday, along with every day next week at 1 o'clock is just for the Canva classes.
Cool. Awesome. Thank you so much, Scott. Appreciate you.
All right, see you soon.
Just show our office calendar. Yes. So Scott's team is going to be, Kimber's going to do more of an overview and actually showing you around, right? But Scott, they're going to be basically doing more of a hands-on Q&A live for the whole week to just make sure everybody's fully up to speed and able to use it. Just go to Google Calendar. And if it's not logged in, that's fine. Click on and then see if you have, perfect. If you'll scroll down just a little bit on the left. And just, yeah, mark the blue one off. Yeah, perfect. And then if you can scroll over on the right-hand side. So just for clarity, if you don't yet have access to this, stop by the front desk and scan our little printout that we have, the monthly training calendar. On it, it will allow you to add our KW training calendar like this onto your personal calendar. You don't have to have this showing up all the time, just like, go ahead and toggle right here, Andrew. You can turn this off at any moment. So the nice thing is every week or every month, you can go through and say, what classes do I want to go through or go to? And you can copy them over. So go ahead and click on it again. Let's just show you really quick how this works. Let's just say that you're going to go to nurture your, whatever, what does this say? Nurture your database. You hit the 3 dots and it will allow you to copy it to your personal calendar. So this would have said like copy to Shoni Ivins. And then that way, that one training is the only thing that shows up on your personal calendar. You can then toggle this off to turn it off. So that makes it so you always have access to those training calendars. But the nice thing is, go ahead and exit out of this. These are all of the Scott Leroy trainings. We already have them programmed onto our training calendar for simplicity. So you can go through and see exactly what they're teaching each month or each week. And then if you go ahead and click on it, it will show you the actual Zoom link. So it's already programmed in there. So that's the easy button to get to Scott's classes. They're every single day. It just happens to be that they're going to do an extra session in the afternoon that's specific to Canva. Okay. Yes, that's going to be with Kimber. That's with Kimber. Yep. So I would recommend for Friday, don't go to Scott's, go to Kimber's. She's our regional tech trainer. And then if you're like, I need more hands-on support, I need a little bit more deep detail, that's where you can join Scott's classes next week. Yeah.
What's the site that accesses?
So you want to go to upstairs and grab our training calendar. It's the printed version. There's a QR code on it. When you scan it, it will say, do you want to add it to your Google Calendar? Click the button and you're good to go. Yep. Awesome. Okay. Enjoy lunch and have a great week. We'll see you next Tuesday.